Happy Monday to you, everybody. It's your boy, Coach Lee. As always, back at it like we're mad at it. We are 4 days away from the weekend because you know we always look forward to that weekend. With that being said, we got a great show lined up for you, as always, because tonight we're talking about a pretty popular division as we march towards our draft coverage. We're 3 weeks away from it. Tonight, hang tight, do your thing with your boys.
To throw on 4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson. Comes the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson. The catch of his life.
Hey, let's do it as always. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Let's get the guys up in here and do our thing as we always do. This is the play call sheet, off-season edition. Right off the bat, we got to bring my man. He's bouncing around in the background. Ready to do his thing. Coming here and always try to clown. Let's get my guy up in here. Meta Wide.
What up with it? It is Monday, man. Top of the week, man. Hope everybody's getting to it, man. Coach, hope you get into it as well, man.
It's Monday, man. I'm already looking forward to Friday.
You know what it is, man. 4 days from the weekend, as Coach said. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. STWF TV. We are all over the world. Facebook, YouTube, all streaming platforms. Play call sheet Monday as our off-season edition continues. Division by division. Right on schedule, man, as we hit the draft, man, coming up on April 26th.
Yep. So, we got to get, he got a new nickname today. Calling himself the American Nightmare. Probably is because the Celtics finna do it all. But tonight, football, we're not going to go there. Let's get my guy up in here, Chilling Will.
Got my freedom. We'll bump into it. Hey, before you say anything, Will told me that he was going to tune in this weekend, and he tuned in. He said, I definitely know you tuned in because the interest team get everybody going.
Yeah, you see the name too, right? American Nightmare. We out here.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, brothers?
Great.
Cooler, man. We ain't having fun today, man. Let's get it going. I missed one meeting and everything's all different. I love it, though. Y'all doing great. I love it.
Doing great, man.
I'm lucky I'm still on the pod, people. They had one meeting. Everything's new.
Still on the pod, man. The pink slip ain't come in, so we good in that aspect, man. But we're gonna promise to America as much as we can promise. And we're gonna say we're not gonna say, we Pittsburgh. We're gonna attempt consistently to be on at 8:30. And hopefully you guys rock with us, man. But we're gonna be here to give you
the blackest podcast in America.
Blackest podcast in America.
Yeah. You heard?
Little vanilla ice cream from time to time. Sammy Sosa.
You know.
So, man, we got a lot of Saints fans in our group, man. Our Facebook group. If you're not in there, go look us up. STWF Sports Talk with Friends. Apply, get in there. But join us, absolutely. So we got a lot of Saints fans. We got a couple of Buck fans in there. We don't have any Atlanta fans. At least they don't admit it often there. So it's mostly Saints. I don't know any Carolina fans in real life. So, but tonight we are talking about the dreaded NFC South Division.
The NFC South.
NFC South. So you got your Bucks, you got your Saints, you got your Falcons, and of course you got your Panthers. As we know, I think this is the second year in a row, if I'm not mistaken, it went down to the wire of mediocrity.
Absolutely. Went down to 20 minutes of mediocrity as the Saints thought they had the division in the bag. Tampa Bay ended up playing that same day, man,
Baker.
and W and taking the playoff spot away from the Saints. Buccaneers ended up 9-8 on the season. The Saints as well ended up 9-8 on the season. A few losers in the division, kind of what the NFC South has been in the last few years, but this year they was able to get a few winning records. The Falcons 7-10, and the Panthers finished 2-15 with their number 1 overall pick, Bryce Young. Didn't really work right from head to toe in that organization. Hopefully, it's all up from here in that regard.
What the fuck, Daryl? What's wrong with you?
Smacked a cat named Skittles, dropped on, kicked a Oopa Loopa, covered in flaming hot Cheeto, dusted, headed to the chat. Yeah.
Seek help.
What's going on, my guy? How you doing tonight?
Oh,
Peter,
man.
get him.
That boy. But yeah, they was went down to the wires too. Said I remember it vividly. You having a little bit of fun trolling them too.
Yes, I had a little bit of fun showing this whole division out because first off, in the middle of the season, towards the end of the season, they was predicting the Cowboys were going to play one of these teams, and I'm kind of laughing at myself and y'all laughing at me now because I wish that kind of was the case because we ended up playing the Packers and the Packers ended up smoking us up. So yeah, man, the Saints kind of messed that up. I feel.
What was the bar? What was it like? Oh, they were in first place for a half an hour. Was that what it was?
It was in first place for about 20 minutes, man. Listen here. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like they're going to be in first place for 20 minutes this year either, projected-wise. You know what I'm saying? This is the offseason where, we give offseason thoughts, offseason moves that teams may have made within this division. Draft is coming up, so, a lot of these teams, especially the two bottom ones, are looking for great composition. One team may not even get a chance to do that because what do they have?
That's true, bro. That's true. So, since we've been doing this march towards our draft coverage, we look at how they did in free agency, their what their salary cap situation looks like, what they might be looking for in the draft, any moves they might make from a personnel standpoint. So nothing's changed in that aspect. So for us tonight, we're going to start. We'll start at the bottom. We'll start with Carolina tonight.
Starting at the bottom, now we here.
Yeah, and they're going to probably still be there this year as well. Now, Carolina, for the most part, they did make a couple of moves. I'll probably say the biggest acquisition was probably maintaining some of their own talent, if there is such a thing concerning them. But they kept what's his name? Derek Brown. They gave him a 4-year, $96 million extension to help anchor that defense. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that they're kind of getting what they deserve because I think Steve Wilkes actually had them balling and heading towards the right direction before he got the shaft. Was that 2 years ago? 2 seasons ago?
Yeah, 2 seasons ago. And then they had Matt Rule. Matt Rule ends up getting the stick.
Matt Rule.
Dave Capers is the new head coach now. Or was the coach last year as well?
Now it's Dave Canales.
Dave Canales. Sorry. Read his name wrong.
It went throwback. He said Don Capers. He went way back.
I said, when he said Don, I'm like, did Don have a kid who's coaching? Because that motherfucker's old as hell.
He was kind of a little long in the tooth when he took over the team and their expansion.
Oh, edited by me.
No, I would just make it. I was just like, I thought that because I love when I see the legacies when you have like a player's kid or a coach's kid also do. Except for Steve Belichick, he needs to not coach anywhere.
You got faith in young Belichick?
No, the faces he makes tells me he's not ready for anything.
I'm good. Just heard some news on top of news. Just heard some news that was kind of disturbing, but kind of talk about it after the show.
Oh,
okay.
But nothing that pertains to me. I'm good.
Everybody in good health though.
No. It's just it's a concern. Like just people that like person would be okay, but it's always something.
People going people.
Yes, sir.
People are going people. So the Panthers, and like we mentioned, as far as their salary cap situation, the Panthers right now they have Well, it's all swollen and stuff. They got only $3.9 million in salary cap right now.
So nothing.
Nothing.
That's
Which
like
makes
a
sense.
player and a half, maybe.
Now, as far as their free agents, let's see. They lost Jeremy Sheehan, the safety, to Washington. Notes. Oh, I didn't realize he went to Seattle. I missed that one. So Seattle.
Oh, Laviska Shenault.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's good for depth. I mean, he's not going to start, though, obviously. Yeah.
Would be what, number 4? Not bad for a fourth guy. Shaquille Griffin went to Minnesota. Hayden Hurst went to the Chargers. CJ Henderson, he's still playing. He went to Houston. Von Bell went to Cincinnati. So that's the people they lost. People that they either maintained or brought in. Clowney is there now from Baltimore.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ashawn Robinson, the defensive end from the from the Giants, is there now. Pretty much it as far as big names. DJ Chark is still out there for them.
Who wants him?
Justin McCray. So yeah. So not a whole lot of movement with them because they got high draft picks. Wait a minute. You got to get their pick back this year, right?
Absolutely. I feel like they did it. They did a few things to stop the run.
They should have it. They got rid of 2 years.
It's the Bears got their pick right this year.
Oh yeah, for this draft. I thought you meant for the next draft. Yeah, this draft that's the Bears pick.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
down along with Jeremy Clowney. I feel like they addressed a little bit of the issues, with the stopping the run. So I do like that. I mean, you lose Brian Burns, but you trade him to get some value instead of letting him walk, which is smart. The way the Panthers have been rolling, you kind of thinking them to just do dumb stuff, and that's not dumb. There, they got another weapon for Bryce Young and DeAndre Johnson from Pittsburgh. It's something to build on. It's not crazy, as Coach mentioned, but it's something for them to develop on. Hopefully, with coaching consistency, overall, there's locker room presence from players. In another year, Bryce Young's development. Hopefully, they have the right people to develop him, and he doesn't show what was the case last year. They will be better than 2-15. The question is, will it be 2 wins better, 3 wins better? I mean, whatever in their case is good for them, but. Definitely going to try to model and mold, hopefully, on this draft and kind of move from there. That's the only thing they kind of can do.
Is this probably? I'm looking at some of their players they have on the salary cap now, and it's not very impressive. But is it probably safe to say this is probably the worst ran football organization in football right now?
Right now, oh yeah. If you're going to make it about right now, yeah, it's not even close. But grand scheme, yeah, the Browns are still very much in that race. But yeah,
very close, very close second.
But yeah, it's been rough. Yeah, for real. It's been rough for them, man. I don't know. Look, we can't even really be hard on them moving forward because the rule. If you miss at number 1 on a quarterback. It used to be like a guaranteed 10 years, a decade of mediocrity after that. Now it's a little less because the turnover is quicker because, all right, if he sucks, bam, we're just going to get a high pick. For example, my Patriots are about to at least attempt, I hope, to turn it around right now. And it's only been bad for 4 years for us, basically, 3-4 years. So in this era, you can turn it around a little faster. But it's going to be hard with Bryce because they're actually going to stick with him. See, with us, it's not the same. Matt, yeah, we ran out the contract, but they're going to run out that contract for him, for Young. So it's going to be tough unless he figures it out. They got to give him some help, though.
Yeah, they definitely got to give him some help. It's not good that, a couple years ago you let your horse go and Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. You let DJ Moore go. You let guys go. And just thinking of it was going to be a smooth development. No, it was cracks, rocks, and all that stuff last year. It was terrible. made the kid look bad. Second year, we're going to really see if the kid's bad. Or if it was just, just the first year and everything else going in, man. I got some good hopes in Bryce. Not saying that he's going to turn from one of the worst QBs in football to one of the best, but just prove that you're able to be in this league, man. We always talk about 3.5. You know what I'm saying? At the quarterback position, they usually get a lot more, but in this case, we just seen some guys. Zach Wilson, Mac Jones. We seen these guys after not even the first stint, 4 year, 5 year, they gone.
Mm-hmm.
So and now the QB kingdom, as I always mention, you can't keep making mistakes in the QB kingdom because there's other backups that can take your spot. There's draft picks coming out that can take your spot, and the game's only going to accelerate. The game may not accelerate and be good in the way we want it. Might be some touch hand tag, but in terms of the players, they're only going to get better.
He needs to figure out how he's going to survive in this league. Bryce Young. He's got to really consider, like, this team is going to make it difficult on you. So, yeah, I don't. He needs to be more demanding, but it's going to be tough when you're not being able to ball to be demanding. So, but he's got to be like, a rookie quarterback, right? I mean, your quarterback. Yeah, I had a rough rookie season, and in an off season where there was plenty of rumored receivers out there, and a draft filled with receivers. You went out and got me Deontay Johnson. That's Max Keeber's big move. Like, can't do it. You gotta get him more. It's not enough. He went out and got they got a midget quarterback and they went out and got a short receiver. That's gonna do great.
They got an old Adam Thielen.
They're hoping that the green in Pittsburgh is green on their team. We know Pittsburgh. I mean, like I said, he may not be, the George Pickens. Obviously, they kept George Pickens for a reason. Mm-hmm. But they're going to take the gamble, man, and take a receiver from a team that they've built him. Let's see if the Panthers can keep him up. Let's see if they can keep him up.
The other problem I have with him is, don't get me wrong, Deontay, he came a long way. When he first came in the league, he had a major drop problem, and now he's fixed that. But that's kind of sort of my point. This is Deontay after a lot of hard work. He's put in a lot of work. How much better is he going to get than what he is right now? And that's all you gave the young man. And you can't. I mean, maybe you could draft a receiver late who ends up being good, but you got to get him a line too. So, yeah, I think we start going back around to your point. I think I said a lot just for it to be, yeah, coach, you're right. That team is ran like trash.
One thing we said about this division, we said that it's going to be a lot of talk that we're going to have to come out our ass and talk about because this division is what? Some bullshit.
Yeah, some bullshit for sure.
Tricky trash.
Yeah, it's hard.
I was looking. So this head coach, something stood out to me after the first, I guess, their off-season workout that they had. Sounds kind of corny, but I get it, I guess, considering where he came from. But he went and he greeted all the players one by one.
Who?
The head coach.
That ain't corny. That's dope. That's Tom Brady work.
That's rah-rah, though. But when I see which coaching tree he came from, it makes
Campbell
sense.
Tree. Is it Campbell Tree?
Nope.
Who?
Pete Carroll.
Oh, that the most personable coach we've ever met.
Yeah. So I recant that.
Yeah,
so he was.
I've never heard
Carroll, but all the way back to USC.
Other than angry Patriots fans, which obviously I've never heard anybody even say anything bad about Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's the best. Yeah, shaking every player's hand. That's the Brady. You ever heard Edelman talk about Brady? Brady would come in and be like in year 15, he'd be like, "I'm Tom Brady." Like, what the fuck you mean? Like,
I'm Tom Brady. Like, we know who the hell you are.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, wow.
This entire wall is a billboard of you. How do you think I didn't know that was in
coming out the Pete Carroll tree, man? With Pete Carroll out of the league right now, it just made me a 1% spring and the belief in the Panthers from 14 to 15%. Let's see if you can work that tree magic, man. Coming in a situation where you can kind of build this yourself. My thing about this team going into this year is all the money strung up around previous coaches. Your GM's still an asshole. I think he's suspended for got fined for his actions last year.
Oh, and he tossed the water, right? He tossed the
yes, the shittiest franchise in the NFL. You just don't become out the shitter like that. And Will mentioned a few minutes, like, you in terms of team, you're not going to stink for 10 years, but you deserve to stink for a little bit more.
Oh, they're gonna.
And you can approve.
Don't worry, they're gonna.
And we can't really say in the situation Bryce is the guy that, damn, why they choose Bryce. Somebody mentioned in the comment thread, Zach Wilson would have dropped somewhere, though he was joking, dropped somewhere else. I think he would have. The question is, Bryce would have thrived elsewhere if he was somewhere else?
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. But I was gonna wait for this to finish. But yeah, I'll get back to that actually. But yeah, Bryce, like I said, he just needs get him some weapons before we can even fully judge him. Get him some weapons. Yeah, did he look bad? I don't think any quarterback would have looked good on that team last year. Seriously, I can't remember a receiver's name on that team from last year. I mean, if I gave it some time, probably, but Bryce would have thrived in ATL. No, because they still don't know how to call plays. So they also didn't have a great line. It was a better line, but it wasn't great. I think long term, yeah, Bryce could have thrived in Atlanta, but he's gonna watch them shit on his team for the next 6 years because they're getting better.
They're definitely getting better,
much better. Speaking of which, all right, no segue. So,
oh my bad.
Are you trying to segue to the third
one meeting?
You're trying to. Unfortunately, we can't segue to the Dirty Birds right now due to the fact that they had. Oh, they didn't say no.
Their second best record.
Okay. Hey, I'm speaking too highly of them this offseason. Let's get into it, man. The Atlanta goddamn Falcons, man, 28-3. 2 QBs that you tried to switch up last year and they both didn't work. You got some pieces that people think are legit, but they don't have the right batteries in the system. So you went to go get your rechangeable batteries this offseason and go grab Kirk Cousins. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's favorite quarterback. Market value. Kirk Cousins, man. To a lineup that people say, we use the word, there's a QB away. But is this the right QB from being 1 QB away? Fellas, let's hear it.
If the Achilles holds up, they'll win the division.
When he hurt that Achilles? What part of the season?
A little before midseason.
Let's see.
So
he's not gonna get a full year heal.
Right.
But he's also not Lamar Jackson. So if they block for him, he could. I could see early in the season. I could see a lot of cloud of smoke, 5 yards in a cloud of smoke, a lot of screening and slant just to get the ball out of his hands quick. You don't want him taking shots. Then after that, he should be good. Unleash him. I mean, he'll never be the same because you know how that go with the Achilles.
Kirk Cousins,
it's not Kobe.
The injury exactly week 8 in a win over the Green Bay Packers.
Okay. So basically, yeah, midseason.
And this is the crazy thing about it. You had this season, and the Vikings were kind of like
they were doing all right.
They were starting to change and tune the table, and change the way they was playing. But beginning of the season was poorly. But Kirk, statistically, and this is why he gets this money. This is why when the market approaches him, he's able to get the money he gets because he's having one of the best seasons of his career before the injury. And that's the thing here when you hit the free agent market and people say, why Kirk get this money? and he's injured. Okay, you got to fight. But at the same time, they're going to remember you for that. Now, what happens when he gets into the situation, which he's going to enter it this year, and Coach mentioned, he's not going to have no time to recuperate, really, as much as he wants. He's going to be in a situation where they're in win now. The gamble's on you, Kirk. What you going to do?
Yeah, when he went out in week 8, he was top 3 in the MVP race because that's how he was playing.
He was slinging that bitch.
He was. Even games that Justin was out.
Yep.
He just did work with Addison. So the kid, the man, young man, old man now, shit, he's like 35.
He still, from reports, and him just talking, is speaking on, obviously he has to speak on the injury and things like that, how he's going to come back. And he actually said that as everybody is, you wonder at that age, especially that age, if you're going to play again, even with an injury like that, if you're ever going to play again, are you ever going to be the same again? Now you got a team that's been in the dirt that take your services and say, hey, we want you to not only be a bridge, but the ultimate bridge.
Yeah.
And I like Kirk.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Kirk is a great guy, but great guys don't get you in winnable situations. In situations where you can be the savior of a team. It's going to be tough, man. I think it's going to be tough. I think, like I said, it's a good bridge for them. Absolutely. If not the best bridge you can get. You know what I'm saying? But still a lot of questions to be answered. They're going to be answered this year. They could probably be in the situation next year.
He gives them an opportunity to win every game. That's what he does. And that's all you really want from a quarterback. It's just an opportunity to win every game. He's going to lose you some games too. But he'll win you more games than he loses. And then you got to figure out the puzzle in the playoffs because that's always an issue with him.
Coach, man, what you think about this, man? Kirk Cousins.
So I got 2 things out of here. One, I'm excited about Kirk puts up big numbers. I'm excited about the potential connection and the opening of the offense pertaining to Pitts.
Yeah.
Are we going to have a chance to really see what Pitts is? Now they've done him a disservice he's been there now. This is his 4th year, I think. He's going into.
Unfortunately, they gave him a quarterback who doesn't really throw the tight ends a lot.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can change that.
But the other thing I'm looking at is Kurt at the age of 36.
Mm-hmm.
He's at least going to be there the next 3 seasons. Because
his Gus Frerotte.
Yeah. Because his dead cap hit for this year is 90, then 65, then 25 after the 2026 season. But 2026 season, he's due to make $57.5 million. It's a lot of money for.
You won't make that there.
Nah.
At 39? That's crazy.
At 39, 13, 14 years in the league?
Yep. That's crazy.
Who's the big years? Tom Brady?
Huh? Yeah.
Who's he? Yeah. You can have all this now because
they only have they got $6.7 million in cap space.
Yeah,
Kirk is their highest paid player as far as the cap hit.
He should be.
Then after that, it's linemen's because their skill positions are still pretty young.
Babies, all rookie contracts, basically.
Yeah.
Skill players. Then they add another one. In Darnell Mooney this season. They just signed free agent Kelvin King, former Packer, to a contract today. Also on the cornerback side, they signed Antonio Hamilton a few days ago.
That Mooney move is very similar to the Deontay Johnson move. Like, all right.
Yeah. Like, probably, you really didn't have to make it.
I mean, it won't hurt you.
It won't hurt.
But it doesn't move the needle.
Now,
if you get another receiver in the draft to play that that X spot or that Y spot and put him in a slot, then yeah, that's a little different.
They still got a lot of. So last year they didn't. I saw they didn't bring back the ageless wonder Calais Campbell, Bud Dupree. He's a little long in too.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Flowers. Excuse me.
They have like a fucking all-star team of guys who used to be nasty.
Yeah. The wonder years.
Yeah, seriously.
And we talk about the QB and the questions there and what they did this season with that. They also this season, end of the season, fired their coach Arthur Smith. They insert Raheem Morris, who's just coming off a stint as
That's
the
huge.
coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams. And I'm gonna get into that because I'm 50-50 on it. And 50-50 and I'm hoping that Raheem does good, but they also had some situations in the offseason with the coaching where they actually interviewed or seen Bill Belichick about 2 or 3 times and didn't get it. Now, we had mentioned that, there was a lot of things that Bill wanted and probably a lot of NFL teams didn't want. But that's going to be in the play in question too this season, and the quarterback and coach kind of at the end of the day is going to be him and him. So we can either say the Falcons had a great season and they chose a good coach, the right coach, and the right quarterback for now, or they're both mid, or the other end. They just both atrocious, and this is another year of Atlanta Falcons wait. But they have a lot of improvement on their side, and we're hoping. They're the offseason favorite right now to win this division for what they got right now. I think you can give that to them. I will kind of throw kind of a slight still towards Tampa Bay.
Same here.
But overall, they've done what was on their checklist. Now, the checklist may be complete to them, but it's a lot of questions still to be answered for me, the coach, as well as the quarterback.
I like the coach. He gave me vibes of Dan Campbell, but not like the same energy, obviously, because no one has that meth head of energy that Dan Campbell has. But I just feel like he's a culture changer.
I think he got a raw deal when he was in Tampa.
Yeah. And I think he's going to change the culture in Atlanta on a level that even if it doesn't work with him, the franchise will be run different after him. I feel like he's going to carry a lot of weight.
He's from the Tony Dungy coaching tree, right?
I believe so.
Because Dungy was there. Say he was in Tampa in 2002. Dungy was still there then, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Or had Dungy got to the Colts by then?
What year?
2002.
Oh, hold on. Coaching career 2002. Hold on a second.
What?
He was hired by the Buccaneers in 2002 to become the defensive coach, helped them win the Super Bowl. After 2005, he went to Kent State to become the defensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah. So he was there with Dungy. We were trying to find out if Dungy was still there.
Yeah.
But if they won the bowl, then yes, Dungy was there. Wait. Did
No,
Dungy
that
win
was
with them? Gruden.
No, that was Gruden. You're right.
Gruden was there.
So
he wasn't there for the Dungy era.
It's a Gruden guy. Uh-oh.
That probably explains the time that he did in Washington as the DB's coach.
With Jay Gruden.
Jay, yep. Makes sense.
Yeah. It's not a terrible trade, but it's not as good.
Was he the coordinator for the Rams when they won the Super Bowl?
Yes, coordinator. Yep, coordinator of the Rams. Yep.
So
he won the that was the second Super Bowl as a coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he knows what winning looks like.
Yes.
He knows what winning looks. He knows. I see. He knows what winning looks like, and absolutely. But this is a head coaching job, and it's notable here. There's a lot of he might have got swagged on the two, but he got the 2011 as a Tampa Bay coach. He was 4-12. I mean, team probably sucked. The year before that, 10-6. The year before that, 13-3. Give or take. He was the intern of Atlanta in 2020, where his record was at 4-7. So I mean,
So that's a winning record as a head coach so far?
For 20,
Overall.
No.
The first 2 seasons you said were good.
No. 3-13, first year with Tampa Bay. 3-13.
Yeah.
10-6. He had a good 2010 year. 2011 went 4-12.
Oh, so I thought you said
ATL 4-7 as the intern, but intern is kind of when we won't. But 21-28 for his career as a head coach. This is kind of giving me
not good, but
yeah, it's kind of
it
giving
was
me
early,
enemy
though,
vibes, but not in a sense. But I hope that he's able to, I hope he's able to grow.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Also, that's a team that, like, especially with some of the guys they got now, it's going to help them to have guys like Bijan, Drake London, and Pitts. Like, those guys are hyper talented, super successful in college, and now have faced nothing but just below mid in the NFL. Yep. They're going to want to win, and they're going to see him as the only path to victory because the other coach sucked, and you're probably not going to get a new coach unless he does something crazy. You're not going to get a new coach within this contract for any of those guys. So,
not because is it Arthur Smith?
Yeah,
Arthur Blank, whatever the owner is.
Arthur Blank is the owner. Yeah,
he shows that when it comes to the contract and his coaches, he's gonna let them finish out the contracts for the most part. Yeah, he pulled the trigger on what's my guy name that just left Dallas. I already forgot his name.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah,
and he had to cut. He had lost a team and it was epic meltdowns. But other than that, he at least made it to a second contract.
Yeah, defensive guy gives up 25 unanswered point, or more than that actually, but 28-3 lead. It's gonna stick with you for a little bit, especially when you do it again.
In the wound.
Oh, not y'all. I'm talking about when he did it with Atlanta.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
Hearing you talk through that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I'm seeing that all over again.
You're not misremembering. You're remembering quite vividly.
So they're saying, as far as them, they do have the number 8 pick in the draft. But they're saying, who is it? Dallas Turner. They're comparing him to Vic Beasley.
Sure.
As a potential,
I mean, that'd be good for Atlanta. Get somebody off that ball. I mean, but is that where they need it the most?
They're Vic Beasley and Von Miller are his comparisons. And they're saying,
yeah, he looks talented. We'll see.
From Alabama.
Yes, and I feel like they send a lot, but it's kind of hit or miss when they get here.
That's true.
Especially the running backs.
28-3. They never let that down.
Nah.
I think if they nationally open Chick-fil-A on Sundays, I think Atlanta will have a much better record.
Conspiracy moment with two.
Yes. They'll open up Chick-fil-A on Sunday just in Atlanta. You don't gotta open it nowhere else, just in Atlanta.
That's a fun web to weave.
That'd be crazy. Like, you got a stadium that has something in it and it's closed.
Yeah, they would fucking kill it on Sunday too. Like at the games, my God.
Can we throw a petition out here? STWF petition. Open Chick-fil-A on Sundays. 1 for the Falcons and 2 for America. I want Kirk to be great. I want him to yell, "You like that? You like that chicken sandwich?"
Not on God's day. Not on God's day. They're not gonna do it.
So y'all want to take a quick break, gents?
Let's do it.
Be back by 15-20. Appreciate you.
Don't go to.
That was good with the people. It was Montreal McNeander, NFL linebacker for the Cleveland Browns and Grambling alumni. I had to come through today. Give a special shout out to my dudes over at STWF Media, the big brand, where you can talk sports with the other NFL players, fans in their Facebook community. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go get them boys a shout out. Go check out their page. And I promise you, man, you're gonna love everything that you hear and enjoy it.
Appreciate you, man. That sounded weird.
That's a name, Mac Neander. What a name.
Mac Neander.
Back at it.
So far we're looking at the NFC South. We've already taken a hard look and made what we could out of the Panthers and the Falcons situations. So it gets a little bit better, not much, but a little bit better. Shout out to you, Dale. I see you lurking out there, man. Let's go ahead and talk about Mr. Dale's team. Those pesky New Orleans Saints.
The Saints.
So, brother, two. How long were they division leaders on the last game of the season?
Dub sack. By the time the dub sack was gone, they were gone. You know what I'm saying?
You're not wrong.
The Saints, America's favorite, non-favorite team. Went into the offseason last year. We gotta scratch that because we got a whole story for STWF. Saw it a few years ago where my man Leroy, my man Unc, predicted a 13-4 season. This is kind of what started the jinx of the Saints. And they didn't do that.
Good old 13-3. They still haven't won 13 games.
They still haven't won 13 games combined.
By the way, I called that. That's one of the greatest calls ever. Oh, what up, Unc? Speak of the devil, he shall appear.
Last year, they went to go get a new car, the Derek car, and thought that they could fix the team up, but they keep forgetting that, they just keep spending money because they don't have a lot of it. So this was something that they didn't really think through. And then we seen last year. Now, no disrespect to the Saints. They showed some flashes last year. But I always say this. You can't have 4 QBs on your roster and think you can play all of them and win in the NFL. It's just not going to happen.
If you got 4, you got none.
Yeah. Exactly what happened. You got a QB that plays tight end, wide receiver, and he's probably your best quarterback.
I want more Eclipse talk, man. Yeah, he won in the Eclipse, so you don't got to watch that team.
or mediocre Cowboys. Yes.
The moon can't save you, Unc.
Moon can't save you, Unc. But the Saints did they did make some moves this season. I mean, teams make moves, so let's see what their big moves are this offseason. First off, shout out to Chase Young, everybody's favorite president in New Orleans. The man that everybody was cheering about, smiling about, even saying that the Cowboys ain't gonna mess with him after signing this dude right here. Now, he still may have some promise in his career. They agreed to a 1-year, fully guaranteed $13 million deal. The dude actually signed his contract with a broken neck. I'm just telling bitches. I don't know. But you signed him. You signed Olisme Mika Odo, offensive tackle.
God bless you.
Of course, you sign these little links because your money's kind of dried up. So you go get him. You go get Ugo Amadi, safety. Add to your safety depth, which you have a lot of. The Saints, despite being older, they still show some flashes on the defensive side. But soon enough, you're going to have to pay them guys too. And then your offensive guys, you got a couple great offensive guys on that side, and you're going to pay them soon too. So I don't know what they're going to do with this much situation. They signed Khalid Hudson, linebacker, former Washington Commander. Y'all just love Washington Commanders, huh? And y'all signed as well Jonathan Abram to a 1-year deal.
Oh, that bum.
Oh, and they signed former Cowboy to Cedric Wilson. Willie Gay, they signed him as well, linebacker.
He's solid.
Former Kansas City Chief, which is not bad. That should have been on the top of the list. You got a champion you signed from a championship team, but Chase Young is the guy that y'all hollering about. That's just
Yo, word down. They chose only players with difficult ass names so that you could.
Last signing, they got a backup for Derek Carr.
Fascinating.
A Nathan Peterman.
No, they didn't. Did they really?
A Nathan Peterman signing.
No, y'all being dead serious right now?
Dead ass. So their QBs, departure of Jameis Winston, who's gone. They have Derek Carr, second-year quarterback Jake Hayner, who was a 4th-round pick in last year's draft, and they have Nathan Peterman.
Yo, on God's sandals, they better never, ever, ever say anything to me about that. Y'all signed Nathan Peterman?
To go with Derek Carr.
With the car.
What's the plot? That's wild.
They're trying to tank and can't do that right.
Oh, you start Peterman, you'll be well on your way to the first pick, I promise.
Oh, man.
That man throws interceptions exclusively.
Here's the thing.
And they're all
Saints
pick
fans.
sixes.
Saints fans, I got love for a lot of y'all, man. Y'all are going to be in this cycle until you get a decent head coach back. I don't know why y'all keep holding on to this guy. He's not it. He wasn't it when he the coach with the Raiders at one point in time too, and he was abysmal there, and he hadn't done much since here. There's some people who just made like Spags. He's an alright head coach, but he's a hell of a coordinator.
He's a coordinator.
Probably one of the best ones we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's just some people made for certain roles, and I think Allen is that type of guy. He's a hell of a defense coordinator. He has some great defenses as the DC.
Yo, I'm willing to bet like a lot of them coaches, offensive and defensive coaches, who end up like the good coordinators who go to be head coaches. I'm willing to bet if they were offered to be paid the same as the head coach and just stay on it, I think none of them would choose being a head coach. I think all of them be like, oh yeah, fine, no problem. I can just control the defense, and that guy's gonna get yelled at. Oh yeah, no worries. Sign me the fuck up. So yeah, and I think a lot of them just do it for that check. It don't work out, and then they move on. A lot of them go back to being coordinators. They could hold out. They could be like, oh, I'm a head coach now. I'm never going to change. I'm never going back. But a lot of them mostly go back because they're like, yeah, I didn't really want that job.
Got a lot of interesting questions still from the Saints this season. I mean, they let one headache go, and that's Michael Thomas, the guy who they believed in.
Boy.
Stayed with him, you know what I'm saying? Believed in him, and there was no more belief. They get rid of him. Potential. The season hasn't started yet. Alvin Kamara could still be in trade talks, you know what I'm saying? Trade rumor situation like that, as well as corner LaShawn Lattimore.
Has anyone picked Crutches up yet?
No, nobody's picked Crutches up yet. I think that's gonna come. Yeah, I think that's gonna come in like when training camp honestly starts and somebody wants to see how he can work and move. They'll probably bring him in, work him out, or whatever the case is, and see what that is. I think that's that situation. He'll be on the roster, I feel, before the season starts.
Oh, before? Okay, so you think
I think he'll be on the roster before the season starts. If everything's structurally good with the injuries.
Yeah. I actually think you're right, but I was leaning more towards like he could be the injury guy. So when someone gets hurt midseason,
we mentioned that as well. I think we mentioned that like a month or two ago. Yes, definitely. He's definitely going to be on that case. You never want to bring a guy in with that much injury history, a guy that's been paid that much guap and has not played.
Yeah, he still got his hand all the way in the Saints' pockets, and he barely played. It's unfortunate. When he was out there, he was nice. Or was it Drew Brees? We'll never know.
Never know. I think the two found a good connection, man. So, hey, we got all the Saints here. We got this talk. Hey, Saints fans, if you're a Saints fan, if you're in here, what do you predict your season to be like this season?
13-3, baby.
Are the bags going to continue to stay out? We've seen the bags the last few years. I mean, I'm not going to shade it. Like I said here, last year, y'all had a low drum. Y'all had a low beat. Y'all had a little beat of the drum. Y'all didn't hold on for too long. Had a little beat of the drum. But in the NFC South, teams ahead of you, in front of you, behind you are going to give you that drum. So this may seem like they were really bad, but in the sense of the division, they were in it.
I do think that, you know what, let's say some nice things.
Yes, let's say some nice things about
let's talk nice to the Saints fans for a second. I do like their receiving core. I think Shaheed and Olave are both stars. I think they're going to be the next Bruce and Torrey Holt, in my opinion, if they get the right quarterback. I think they both are that talented.
Really?
Yeah, no, I think they're both nice. Like, I might be a stretch calling them the Rams guys because those two were unbelievable.
Okay.
But I mean like a really good duo though. Like, hard to stop.
Yeah, that's one thing I definitely noticed last year. What they had receivers, they had a plethora of guys.
Yeah,
you know that you would say, hey man, I don't want to see more of that. You know, it's just the whole car situation. They need a tune-up.
If they get the right quarterback, those two can be unbelievable. And their defense is always going to play. They don't sometimes though. I mean, they get beat up a little bit, but that defense comes to play every Sunday.
They got a good leader there, and Cam Jordan that keeps that defense continuing to push and roll, man. And that's a good sign in football, man. When you
Hall of Famer,
Hall of Fame, absolutely, Hall of Famer, absolutely. Law-abiding citizen. You sit here.
Was he there at 11? Was he there when they won?
I don't think he.
I don't think
that might be too long ago.
He's definitely somebody that they proved that they're not going to get rid of. He's shattered records over there. I mean, as long as you got him, your defense can at least compete.
They've come a long way.
Soon enough, we can't just be him.
He got drafted right after they won the Super Bowl. It's like,
I knew it was close. Damn it. Oh well.
They won it in what, 11?
I believe so. Yeah.
10.
No, I promise you, it wasn't 10.
He got drafted in 2011. So was he a rookie?
Oh, maybe it was. I don't think it was. I feel like it wasn't 10 because I feel like when did Katrina was 08?
08? He might be.
Katrina was 08.
Was it?
Yeah.
09.
So. 07, late 07, early 08?
Yeah. If it was 09, then I'm.
Yeah. He came.
I don't think they were. Yeah, I don't think they bounced back in 2010.
2009. Boy, that trophy get a little dusty too, buddy.
Hey man, they're going. Hey, as long as the Cowboys don't win one, they're gonna think that it's still shiny, man. Every team that's been through a drought of win. We're not gonna count the Patriots, but every other team, they're gonna continue to think that there's a shiny because.
So some of the potential sleeper prospects for them is Javon Foster, the tackle out of Missouri, Dominic Pooney, the lineman out of Kansas, and Brandon Rice, wide receiver from USC, the son of Jerry Rice.
That Jerry Rice, they need another receiver to open that can up, man. Maybe they should stay away from receiver this year, but if he's there, hey, why not? You know, in this flex rep, you don't kind of know. You got these good receivers, but you don't kind of know who you're gonna get, who you're gonna gamble. Maybe he's better than one of these guys, and Rashid and Olave.
Who's that asking?
That's Casey Walters.
Shout out Casey, man.
Casey.
Don't mean to change the topic, but what are y'all's thoughts on the hip drop tackle ban? To me, the South Park Ball episode warned us about this over a decade ago.
Yeah, so as usual, South Park is ahead of everyone, like by years, and they were right. Casey's 100% right. They nailed it, and nothing you can do. Look, the more money gets poured in, this is the inevitable end of everything like this. I need everyone to be clear. Okay. It's part of the reason baseball and hockey, despite them wanting to be bigger, they might not get bigger because they're not going to deal with this. The bigger your sport gets, the more money you pour into it, the higher value the assets who play the sport are. And therefore, they need to be protected. And therefore, rule changes will be made to protect said players. So it's actually, it's like the snake that eats itself, because the more you watch it, which we're always going to love this product, right? We're going to keep watching this product. The more you watch it, the more this is going to be a problem, because they're just printing money. And they don't want to.
As long as they give you money, hey, this rule's out. Well, who cares? Count my money. Count my money. So, man,
it's going to take a drop off.
When I seen the rule, I said it sucked. Absolutely. I said, what the hell? This is trash. And I think we was in the chat and we was talking about it. And I'm sitting here and I got to think about myself. I'm not an athlete. I'm not making millions of dollars, but there's people in this world that perform for us weekly. that do get millions of dollars to do this. And recently, you know, a lot of injuries have happened because of that play. You know, rather it's your favorite player, your favorite team's player, or just a player in general. You feel for that. You know what I'm saying? And the NFL is going to do, like Will said, what they got to do. You know, as long as the green print is still printing out, there's going to be things that are changed, switched up to your liking or not to your liking. The question is, will you continue to watch?
I think
that's the question. Yeah.
I think this just might be where the UFL can get more views than NFL. So they can get. I would have stopped that sentence at views because they're never going to get more than the NFL ever. But this is the way they can get more views, just in general, for them more than they have been themselves. Yeah, I think the only way you're going to be able to compete with the NFL is if you start stealing their players. That's it. There's no other way.
And it seems like with everything going on right now, with everything becoming legal in the U.S., I mean, hey, somebody gambles, they're asshole, then you can get them guys. And other than that, you know, people that's smoking trees, I mean, you're not going to really get them anymore. You want Josh Gordon, you can go get him now. He's not playing no more in the league, but he keeps getting jobs. Yeah, like Will said, views, yeah. Viewing, maybe not, but like other sports are going through, you know, trying to get popular, you can get popular by improving the product. And that's taking players, being more in depth in combines and, you know, senior days and all that stuff that goes on.
Yeah, they're literally infants right now. So they need to not focus on.
But most importantly, a bankroll. You need a bankroll.
That's what I'm saying. So they need to not be competing with the NFL. They need to just be competing with themselves from yesterday. They need until they can get enough money to try to compete. And it's not going to happen, man. Unfortunate. Although I do think there is some diehard fans for that league that are going to be created. They traded burning trees for guaranteed salaries. It's wild. Yep.
It's wild. What's priority for real? That's what it is. That's what sports is coming into now, man. With everything going on,
it makes sense though.
Yeah, it does.
People got kids to feed, man. People got whole families. Like, here's the thing, and this isn't a shot at anybody, but I truly believe this. Everybody talks about being like, I go through. Y'all both have seen me go through this with Jake. I always talk about loyalty or brand loyalty or stay with this, stay with that. But like, if any of us are in that situation, we're taking the bag. We got people who depend on us, people who rely on us. Like, we're not, you're not, how you going to sit there and pass up crazy money for that when and then maybe a relative is sick in the hospital and you can't do nothing about that when you could have? Or you could get enough money that you could build a hospital. Like, at some point, you got to just, it's the greater good. If the money's there, take it.
Different sport, different time, but in that kind of what Scottie Pippen had to do, and why he got put in that situation. I think his father was ill at the time,
right?
So easier said than done, like you say, man. If you're not,
and you see what they did, by the way, to get that contract. They try to ruin a young player's life at the Olympics. Tony Kukoc. They were mad that Tony Kukoc got drafted and paid a bag that should have been money going to Pippen. So when they faced him in the Olympics, him and Jordan just took turns shutting him down and embarrassing him. It was rude. I mean, they ended up being cool. They won some rings with him, but that's how cutthroat shit can go.
Would it really ruin his career if you said after that beating or
they were like, yeah, someone else won him, we good.
Come up right now. But luckily for Krause, he's like, we're gonna keep you down here a little bit. I see what these boys are trying to do to you. And you know how that situation was. That's crazy.
Because Krause knew. I can't feed him to the Wolves in practice now. What they just did to him, no one in there is gonna respect him. He's gonna have to go play somewhere or earn it back.
And that's another crazy thing, man. With the NFL's going, man, you're gonna see a lot. Everything's gonna be crazy in the NFL now. Everything. The money's gonna just money makes people go crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna get.
Then the cap go up by like 33, almost 34 million this year alone.
The cap,
because new deal. The new deal kicked in, right?
Yes. So I didn't know this. I was just blowing through these stories and stuff. So they may not be done as far as their offseason moves.
Who?
The Saints. It's somebody that is interested in a pretty decent cornerback on their team.
Lattimore, right?
Yep.
Who wants it? Boys?
Nope. Texans.
Jesus Christ. What are you, the Eagles now? My God.
And this story is from 2 days ago. So this is pretty recent.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen what the Texans have done in the last week. They're definitely trying to make their organization great this season. See the prices out of the roof probably this season. It's gonna be a fun time, man. But the Saints, if they can do that, I'm the Saints. I go try to see if I can go get a value for them guys, man. Right now, they have some equity. The Texans do. They do. Thanks to Deshaun Watson. So right now, you can kind of play with this is Deshaun Watson's money. This is what I'm saying. This is Deshaun Watson's money right now. And guess what? He's playing around with his own money, tricking in Cleveland right now because who knows how much time he got there. So if I'm the Texans, if I can go get Lattimore, listen here, I'm going to go try to go get him, and the Saints may go get him. The Saints may go take the trade because the Saints are kind of in a situation where they need money too. So it evens out.
Who's the Texans GM?
Oh, that's a good one.
GM. Hold on, Texans.
And while y'all look for that, I'm going to tell you why I asked that. Because
Nick Cassero.
Okay.
He came from the Patriots organization.
Yeah. So just wanted you guys to stumble across that right quick.
Oh no. We're gonna stumble. Will.
And I'm gonna say that to say this.
Multiple happens.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say that to say this. We need to stop. I know it's fun. We all enjoy it. It's like a pastime. But in this particular case, we need to stop pointing out how dumb the Browns were and start giving love to one of the greatest flips in like sports history. To turn Watson into what they're doing now is unbelievable.
Now, in their defense, I'm speaking about the Browns. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, from the outside looking in, it does like it was a dumb move. But in hindsight, other than the guaranteed money that he got,
the dumb move was after the trade, actually.
Yes,
because there's actually no problem trading for him.
Because the trade at the time, they were really a quarterback away from probably competing.
Right. So, with that said, I just want to give love to the Texans front office because they are doing nothing but the right things. I'm not even going to say for a long time now, a couple years now, but it just goes to show you that's all it takes if you know what you're doing.
See, you don't need a background from everybody. They knew that.
I'm just saying.
They knew that.
I'm just saying. We spent all our time shitting on the Browns, but Texans made some power moves.
No. We shit more. No. We shit more. No. And why we shit on the Browns a lot more for this situation here is because that's what we was doing with the Texans. That's what we was doing with the Texans. And that's why I feel like we're going to just laugh and bick at the Browns. Even if the Browns say next year are good. We're going to clown them. We're going to clown, and we should be clowning more Deshaun Watson, but they're going to be in and out forever, clowning them for a little bit more because of what you just said about the Texans. The Texans were the team that we thought was stupid and dumb for getting rid of Deshaun and DeAndre Hopkins and all that shit. So now, since they're figuring that stuff out, we got to laugh at the motherfuckers a little bit more, even if they're starting to do things right. And speaking, Deshaun Watson feels this season, you're going to see him.
I believe it.
We're going to have to print some receipts, he's saying. So hopefully that's the case. But in the Texans' eyes, but in the Saints' eyes, you ain't got no money, Saints. They got draft picks. Do you really need Lattimore? Or you have a defensive group that have drafted players in the past that you can not go replace Lattimore right away, but you can put the right pieces in.
Oh, yeah. To circle back around to this conversation about them scooping Lattimore, trying like trade for Lattimore, that's a good move. They should do that. And the Saints should do it too. I think it's a mutually beneficial move. Now, it depends on what they're going to ask for. You're not going to get a 1, obviously. You're not going to get a 2, I don't think, even though he's still young and good. You can get a 3 and a 5, maybe. If you can get a 3 and a 5 in this draft.
We did a mock draft last week with them.
Or maybe 2 3s.
The Texans, and they had picks that they were giving up 3rd rounders and 4th rounders.
Right. They just don't have a first. They just don't have a first. That's it. But everything else, they should be good. Right. Team's fun to watch. Also, wasn't supposed to be the topic, but Texans.
Hey, man, listen here, man. The Saints got players that teams want. The sucky team got players that teams want. If I'm them, I give them to to him.
Careful. You give them all away, and then you're the fucking Panthers.
Yeah, because right off the top, you got, we just talked about
Receivers, Olave and them.
Lattimore as far as
Lattimore, yeah.
being available, but
Yeah.
you could probably move Kamara too.
Yeah.
No, you should move both of those guys. They're from also because I'm not speaking to their character. I don't know how they are as men, but just speaking to the human factor, they're going to become problems soon because they're hanging around a franchise that is not necessarily competing.
And they're kind of used to winning.
And they're used to winning, and they're on the back half of their careers. I mean, maybe Marshawn's like dead in the middle of it, but he's getting towards the back of it. And Kamara is in his Kamara's got like 2-3 years left, maybe.
Yeah, because he's 29 this season.
Yeah. So not even the 2-3 years. He got like 2 years left, maybe.
29.
So,
they can actually get out of his contract this year. They can just eat the $18 million if they choose to.
Yeah, but don't shoot yourself in the foot. You ain't got to try to bob it. Like just, you know what I mean? Trade the man.
Bop it. Ooh. I won't say the rest because the rest sounds crazy.
Cheddar Bob.
Bobby said he's a fan of them both. What's up, Bobby?
What's up, Bobby, man? What's going on with you, man? Great pictures of the eclipse today, man.
Hell yeah. That shit was hilarious, by the way. Thank you for playing, Bobby. I don't know if everybody else understood what I was doing.
I was at work today, so I couldn't really get the confines of it. I just thought it was Sean really.
So like the whole day, Sean was just nonstop with the, all right, I've heard enough about the eclipse.
He's put on the Jake.
Like just angry for nothing. Angry for the sake of being angry. And so I chimed in.
Is that the quilt statement?
Yeah. Well, so it started on his post, though. On his post, I chimed in and was just like, you're annoyed with everyone talking about the eclipse. Well, I'm annoyed with the people who are annoyed because there's a bunch of y'all, too. Like, y'all doing the same, like, join a fucking club. I don't know what to tell you, but.
All right, like, enjoy the day. Like, enjoy. We had a nice day out in Massachusetts. Like, enjoy that in the eclipse, man. People want to see the eclipse.
Some people hate joy, you know? Some people just, looking at you, Fwen, some people just hate joy. And so, you know, I'm going to make, if you hate joy, I'm going to make hating joy difficult for you.
Sean, like I said, Sean, you just had a baby girl, dog. You know, your baby girl, you don't want her near the eclipse, but hey, man.
Yeah, honestly, that should be like a great life like marker for him. That's a lot.
Exactly.
Because
her first eclipse, a baby's first eclipse.
But that's the other thing. I think, is this every 76 years or something like that? She could actually possibly be a person who was alive for it to come by twice. That's crazy. So that's if it's the 76-year one. I don't know how. Oh yeah, Will Sean and some dude were 60 comments deep at one point. Yeah. That was fun. Well, because then it just because then Sean always goes like he just goes to like default. Let me shit on America, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care. But also, you're from Canada. Best product y'all produce is an NBA team.
I thought you were gonna say healthcare. Shit, I would have picked the Raptors second.
You're probably right.
No shit.
Oh, look at this.
I'll take the healthcare. Everything else can stay there.
We're getting at you, man. Imagine being a Texas Rangers today. Couldn't be me. By the way, he's an Astros fan, so y'all can have fun with that.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh, Rangers getting slapped by the Astros?
I don't even know if it was the Astros. I was just letting him know. I was just letting him know who.
Yes. Yeah, they're up 10-5. They're just returning the favor from game one. But you know what? Y'all kicked the ass out last year too. I didn't work out pretty in the postseason.
Worked out pretty good for you at the end.
Fellas, man, NFC South talk, man. We spoke on 3 of the 4 teams in the NFC. Get him.
Get him.
The bottom 3 of the barrel.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna be real.
You ain't have to.
So this last team, they surprised me a little bit, but then they didn't at the same time, and that's the Buccaneers. Baker balled last year, which I kind of thought he would, and as I said last year during the season, I think he got a raw deal in Cleveland because he played hurt. There's a contract year.
Yeah, he did. Baker gonna bake, bro. I'm loving Baker right now. He's the man. And of all the teams in that division, he's I'd say, yeah, I'd still take him as the best quarterback right now because we don't know what Kirk's gonna be coming back. Not only that, of all the teams in that division, that team is the most like they have an identity, whereas the other teams don't yet. Bryce Young, how could they have an identity? That's ridiculous. Kirk Cousins is gonna have to start building that identity with them, and yeah, I feel like Baker and them boys, and who cares? The Saints are the Saints.
So
yes, they did pay Baker, right? 3 years, right?
Paid 3 years, 100 mil, I believe.
My guy got the bag.
They got like 102, I believe.
Good for him.
Yeah, we can say Baker's the best quarterback in the division right now by default.
Yeah.
And I'm not disrespecting the default, but I mean, given the circumstances of what happened last year,
It's fair to say
the comes in with that. Hopefully that doesn't big up his belt a little bit more, gets him in the first and second year, Baker. But other than that, I mean, Stellas, I appreciate Baker. Like Coach said, giving some shit into the stick in Cleveland, played injured in Cleveland. And now this is him. That's just the type of person Baker is. Like he hears the chatter from the haters and all that, and he just like, I want to fight back. But in business aspect, you could have fucked up your bag by fighting back in Cleveland. You could have fucked up the bag. So you went to the Rams. You had a stellar 4 games. The Bucks ended up picking you up. You was able to rejuvenate and do your thing. So one thing you got to realize, Baker, is that sometimes fighting them back isn't the right thing. By fighting them, go on the field and you know what I'm saying, and do that work. And you was able to do that last year. They was able to keep Mike Evans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got the nucleus of their team already.
You know what I'm saying? Gave him some stable dough, but this is a guy that's been in the organization forever. He's gonna retire a buck potentially. You go get guys like Bryce Hall in the back end, along with Jordan Whitehead. You go get a weed smoking Randy Gregory. I don't know how much he's gonna do for you, but shout out to Randy being there. He'll smoke a lot. And this is the thing about him too. Randy was in Dallas. He was in Dallas. You smoking so much weed, you get suspended. They did you a favor, bro. They sent you to Denver where you can smoke all day. You fucked that up. You got signed to San Fran where you smoke all day. You fucked that up. Now you're in Tampa. You better not ever touch a blunt because you're going to be fucked up forever.
Florida, man.
So in case of that, man, shout out Gregory though, man. He's a former Cowboy. I'll show him a little bit of respect in the aspect. Along with you got Justin Soki, offensive tackle, Sua Apeta, which is an offensive guard. You went to go get a Trevine Thomas as well. A lot of cornerbacks they picked up this offseason. Levant David.
Yeah, because didn't they lose Dean and Murphy Button or whatever his name is?
Yep, but they lost Burton Murphy. They lost somebody else. Right? They lose White.
Yeah, they lost White too, but I think they
lost Evan White.
They lost.
They had a sneaky picking right here for them.
They had 3 corners, and now I think they only have 1.
Chase Edmonds. They get him. I think he played in Arizona.
Yeah, I mean it's a good complimentary back with somebody else back there.
They still need that guy. They maybe not. Homie last year was okay.
Rashawn White started to pick up. He's a great out of the backfield. So I think if you mix those 2 backs together, then you got 1 good back.
That's great.
So I'm looking at. So first off, they only got like $485,000 in cap space right now.
That's not even a player.
No. No, we mentioned the players who came and went. They did lose Devin White to Philly. They brought in Jordan Whitehead. They re-signed David. They brought in Gregory. They re-signed Edmonds. They brought in Bryce Hall from the Jets. But then other than that, not a whole lot of moves. I guess obviously, the first thing is you want to win your division. And I guess they figure that this is the best position to put them to win their division. As they have their identity, gritty defense, opportunistic offense. Pretty good cast of people as far as the wideouts and so on. My question is this the year the Bulls gets canned?
Absolutely. I think this is the year they get canned. You gotta realize, so you said how much money they have in cap. And remember when Tom Brady was there and they won that Super Bowl, they signed everybody back. People say that's odd and rare to do. And they've been able to be still okay. But it's going to come down at some point to bite them in the ass. And he's going to start probably with Bowles. I think this can be the year that he's going to be canned. I don't think this. I just think he's on the rope. I don't want him to be on the rope, but this is what happened. We just seen a man in Raheem Morris signed to the Falcons. Todd Bowles better not thank him because he's going to be the reason why he's potentially fired from Tampa.
Yeah, he's gone. Bowles is whack. Shouldn't have been hired, like Flynn said. It was a weird hire to begin with.
He seemed like he's just so disinterested in even coaching at the head coaching position.
It's like he's so disinterested with the media that he's making it affect his job.
Oh, they got smooth sailing after this, Tampa does? Okay. Thank you for that.
That was last year. They got smooth sailing after this.
Makes sense.
After this, like not this offseason, because they're not going to be able. They only that's still 500 something. It's 500,000 in cap room, so they don't really. So if they still have that much cap room yet, they're not doing much this year. But unless they make
I would
room.
say they definitely going to do that. They're going to have a better cap situation, probably a decent draft pick, and they're probably going to come in with a new coach at that point in time. I was looking. Their offense coordinator is the guy that's the head coach at Carolina now.
He called Bulls the Black Ron Rivera. Well, he didn't say that. That's basically what he said, though.
Anyway.
Oh, man. So, with that being said, we're taking a look at the 4 teams for the NFC South. How do you think the division shakes out?
Number 1, I got Atlanta sneaking by.
Okay.
Number 2, I got Tampa. Number 3, the Saints, and the Panthers, number 8.
Number 8.
They're going to finish 8th in their division.
Shit, man.
Square. Yeah. 4 times 2.
I'm going to go. Damn, you want me to rank the South? Can I rank them all on the tie?
Hey, they damn near there every year.
They've done it. I'm just saying, like. So, no, actually, we're not gonna let you do that because they can.
I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna say this right now. I think the Panthers will not be the worst team in this division this year.
The Panthers?
Panthers will not be the worst team in this division this year.
Are you saying it's the Saints?
No, but this is his Bears pick last year.
I'm gonna This
is I want to take a stand.
I was a year too early. I was a year early on the Bears. This year they
I think you're a year early or 3 this year.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this was all fool's gold last. No, I'm not gonna. Can't say that. Mike Evans playing on there. I'm gonna say the Saints are probably the worst team here in this division. I'm gonna go Carolina 3rd.
Wow.
Talent-wise?
Carolina 3rd.
Not talent-wise. Talent-wise, it's the Saints got more talent.
The Saints got more talent, but
no faith in Allen.
Well, they need to just sink down and tank down. I think before since Carolina will be 3rd. Toss up. I did say earlier that Tampa is default the best team still in this division. But I like Kirk too much, man. So I'm gonna
stand on that. Stand on business.
Atlanta 1, Tampa 2. I like Kirk too much. If I'm picking Kirk or Baker, I don't care if Kirk is coming up the I'm going Kirk. They're both my guys. Baker Soda, got me some money. Got me a lot of money. Kirk got me a lot of money too. I'm broken. I'm broken between the two, man.
Broken man.
As long as I'm not broken between no goddamn New Orleans Saints, I can be broken between these two guys. I'm going to go Atlanta 1, Tampa 2.
Mm-hmm. So for me, I got Tampa 1st. I've got Atlanta 2nd. You know what? Yeah, Tampa 1st, Atlanta 2nd. I got New Orleans 3rd and Carolina 4th.
Oh, look at this. Tuk and Fuen got the same picks.
Hey, I need to hang out with you, dog, because our predictions are going to be right this season, man.
Y'all need to reevaluate your lives. So you have, Coach, you said Atlanta first?
No, Tampa.
Tampa first.
Tampa, so Atlanta, Saints, Panthers.
Tampa, Atlanta, Saints. Okay, so yeah. All right, we all kind of got a different one. So
I got a crazier question for us. We talking about Baker. Shout out to Baker. Then you have the rest of these QBs. If you had to pick one QB that's going to get canned out their lineup first, who is it?
In this division?
Yep, in this division.
Oh, Carr,
easy.
Yep.
He's the only one with
just got a contract, and one's on a rookie contract.
Yeah, he's the only one with no job security at all.
Nor should he.
Right, he did not earn it.
Panthers won 2 games last year. 2 + 2 = 4. Oh man! So Carr's the guy. So everybody's saying the car needs a tune-up. Matter of fact, the car just needs to be total.
Yeah, they got to repo that. What a bad division.
We sat here and talked more than I thought we would talk about the South. That is an achievement to take
in itself
for the whole week. And that's motivation for the whole week, everybody. If you could speak on for a long time, about an hour, about the NFC South, then you got yourself a gem of a podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Especially if it's not all bad. Raheem Morris is a great coach. He's going to have the Atlanta team competing. I agree. I think he's going to change the culture. That's what I was saying earlier.
Should have got the hoodie.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I have a.
Should have got the hoodie. But so while Will brings up mock drafts, there's a few things real quick. Bill Belichick was seen Washington Huskies campus. We know his son is the coach there now. Bill seen in Husky gear.
Yo, I just got mugged. I just got mugged by Tuquan.
I mean, you can mark your after stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You can talk on it. You can speak on it.
Yo, the man aired out that I'm about to do a mock draft, so he killed the surprise, and then he stole my story.
Jacking for beats.
Thank you, Daryl.
Give me that beat, fool.
I'm just messing with you too. That's funny.
But the hoodie. Do you think Belichick? I mean, obviously Belichick's son. He's going to help his son out. I mean, who wouldn't go help ask for their father for help, or their father not help them? You know
I think Bill knew he could break the internet if he put on a sweatsuit. That's what I think.
I can see Bill going to college and just amping that team up for his sons, man. Probably not be hired there, but
yeah, no, he's gonna be like a liaison, a consultant. He's gonna come through and talk to the team, boost them up, wear the colors. Obviously, he got that out of the way. Yeah, he just look. It just you know what else it does though. This just puts out to everybody. It kills the narrative or any kind of other narrative, and it lets people know, yo, I still want to be around football. I still very much want to be around football, even when I don't have a job, because you motherfuckers want to hire Raheem Morris and not the greatest coach of all time. Even when I don't have a job, I still want to be around football. I think it's a message. I think that was very intentional. Do we ever know Bill to do anything accidental? No. That man's calculated.
Yeah.
So I think
sometimes
he showed. Literally why he's unemployed.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that was the message to the league. I ain't going nowhere. And somebody gonna sign me next year. One of y'all gonna get desperate.
Oh yeah, one of them gonna get desperate. Now we had also said to go on drink some lemonade, man. Drink some lemonade for a year. The market's gonna be hot for you next year. Somebody gonna want you. Potentially.
You think Shanahan's not gonna make it past? Out the back end of the season.
I said Frisco.
Oh, not San Francisco.
Frisco, Texas.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean now. I know where this is going.
Absolutely. This is another interesting news story, but we just want a yes or no answer from you guys and myself. Aaron Donald says TJ Watt now has the title of best defensive player in the NFL. True or false?
Ever?
No, right now.
What was the question?
Oh.
Aaron Donald says TJ Watt now has the title in the NFL as the best defensive player.
Nah.
True or false?
I still say it's Myles Garrett.
It's hard to not say Garrett. So I'm not going to.
He got his hand in the dirt.
I'm gonna say it's in waiting. We'll see what goes down this season, man. But Myles Garrett has definitely put up tons of tape and display on why he's the best. TJ, you're my cousin. I would love to side with you 100%, but I can't really side with you 100%. But you're in the table.
Thanksgiving.
You're on the table though. JJ's already mad at me. JJ been mad at me for like 2 years. The invites went out for the family reunion. He didn't even give me an invite. TJ had to be the one to give me one.
Yeah,
that's why I ended up there.
You burn them bridges. You burn them bridges in the water.
TJ, but TJ's more humble and understanding though. TJ knows that there's a lot of guys around him at the table, man. So if I tell TJ he may not be the best sometimes, he understands that. If I tell him he's the best, he loves it.
TJ is the best edge rusher though.
Yes, he is
definitely the best edge rusher. Garrett is just fucking.
He does both.
Basically. He does both. He does both, and he does when he's inside. He's almost Donald level.
And I'm pulling. And guess what? I'm pulling y'all. I'm pulling you and Daryl's sleeve too, or whoever made the comment about Belichick. I had the story already in the mix for today, so technically, still, I am still no.
Guess what? But it's still a Patriots. It's my coach.
I'm not a New England Patriot fan. I shouldn't even be talking about.
That's my coach. That's always gonna be my coach.
Always.
Third story. Before we get into some theater.
I already know this is going.
Steve Rice, Kansas City Chief. We know that he was in a car crash. Was the person, the leader of the car crash, let's just say, jumps out, leaves the scene. He was driving a Lamborghini in a high-speed car crash, his lawyer says. Rice since then has apologized to the world, things like that. We know there's certain things that happen when guys get into these incidents in the NFL. What do you think the NFL will do in regards to this situation?
Hello, world. OJ Simpson here. I don't know.
Do you think it's something that we swept under the rug?
Yeah, they have one receiver. They have one receiver. They have to sweep it under the rug.
I think he gets maybe 2 games.
Yeah,
nothing drastic. Maybe 2 games. Only because
it's not official. Is that what you want? You want 7 games? How much of a Texans fan have you become?
Nah, I think it'll be 2 games. 7 games are for dudes for like domestic violence.
If that,
a minimum.
It's crazy that gambling is way worse than smacking a chick. Like, that's wild. Why? Why do you want 7 games?
At this point right now, the league is monitoring the incident. We know we got a draft coming up this month, so you can probably expect something after the draft, something in regards to suspension or a fine. Most likely a 2-game suspension to start the season off. Like Coach said, something light. So I can see that.
I didn't hear the rest of that story in terms of like put him in the cell next to Roy. He didn't kill anybody, did he?
Nah, he did.
He almost did. He robbed 2 luxury sports cars, and the occupants walked away from the scene. So basically, it was a crash. Everybody walked from the scene.
Because at one point they
left the scene.
They left the scene.
Him and his boys.
If you motherfuckers stole it. No. At one point, I kept hearing that he wasn't driving. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, he was driving.
Okay,
He was driving.
So shame on him if they didn't discuss this. When you're in a situation, you're gonna do crazy stuff like that. You got to have somebody who can crash out for you. And
it's hard. It's had to crash out after you crash out, literally.
And he left the weed in the car.
Yeah, well, look, he was panicking. He can't fix stupid.
But somebody said it must have been some mid.
Yeah, because no self-respecting weed smoker would leave.
I'm gonna be real with you. Hell yeah! I'll be real. Hell yeah! I'm leaving that weed. I can go get me a new batch.
That gotta be different.
Because hold on. Even like
it's not about how good the weed is. Like the how good the weed is the joke. The point is you don't leave evidence in the car that you just.
No, we know we don't leave evidence in the car, but he's over here in his mind like I'm a goddamn football player. I play for the Chiefs. He's already thinking this is gonna be swept under the rug.
He's like, I'm a champion. They're gonna let
He's
me
crazy. But in all case, yeah, man, don't leave the Buddha in the weed, man, for more evidence, more court charges, in a state where you can't smoke the weed anyway. Don't do that. So I agree with you, brothers.
I thought it was a big deal in Texas. I thought weed's a huge deal in Texas. My homie was just driving through and had a roach in his car.
Hold on, small amount of weed is not a big deal in Texas. What? I was smoking at a hotel, little super blunt. The cops rode by me 7 times. Which means it's not a big deal. Listen here.
No, it's definitely a deal in Texas.
Yeah.
They like guns, not weed.
Everything's big in Texas, they say.
It's a fine. It's a fine.
It's a fine now.
Eagle, Michael Park.
I can't afford to be paying no fines not being from Texas.
It's not just that. You're not from Texas. You're going to have to go back down there for your court date. It's crazy.
I mean, I would love to go back to Texas, not for court, though.
Yeah, no one wants to go back to anywhere for court.
Real quick before we get into the Will's mock draft segment for the week. The Michael Parsons rumor, that was Sean Sharif at 105.3 The Fan. He didn't cite any sources. It could have been anybody else who had credentials in that building. I don't think it was anybody. It could have been a Towel Boys. So I'm thinking anybody from the coaching staff.
I think it's mostly the state connection. That's why.
Dale also said today.
Or, the Joneses are known to throw stuff out there to try to make them look bad in public, try to drive the price down. But guess what? Michael gonna get $35 million a year
easily.
Dale
and it won't be with Philadelphia.
It mentioned CD Lamb hold up potentially.
He's already come out and said he's gonna be in Dallas.
CD?
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, that's beautiful and all, but I just like to point out one Kyrie Irving. We've heard this before. Just saying. Careful.
Careful what you say.
What's that?
Be careful what you do.
No, I'm just saying. He said he's going to be here in Dallas. Yeah. And Kyrie told an entire stadium full of people he was going to stay in Boston. He's 3 teams later. You're rooting for him. So I'm just saying. But nah, CD will probably stay. Although, if when it's time to pay him, suddenly they don't know who the quarterback is, it's going to be weird. Awkward.
Yeah. I think that whole not signing Dak thing, I think there's something behind that. But we're going to talk about that in 2 weeks.
Fair enough.
2 weeks.
Shadowing. What we got?
Can you take a break real fast?
Oh yeah, no. I blanked out. I forgot I was doing the thing. It's loaded up. I just forgot that was what we were on.
Were you in the car with Rice?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
What you leave in the car, Will?
Side note, Will is a Mavs fan. Just saying. I posted like 4 Luka videos today.
Did you really?
Well, I posted a Luka and Joker one. I posted another one that had just Luka doing crazy shit, and then I posted a Kyrie Irving one, the bus driver doing bus driver things.
Yep. Y'all remember those people saying Kyrie and Luka can't coexist?
Well, I mean,
I remember.
Hey, what did I also tell y'all though? Year 1 will be peachy. Always.
He can come here and be weird, and we ain't gonna worry about it.
Yeah, if he tell a room full of people the earth is flat down there, he gonna get some people to follow him. Actually,
that part.
All right, so since we added the fun little wrinkle last week of we picked certain teams, who you want to do this week? Oh, you know what? I know the first 4 teams we can do this week since we just covered them, and probably should have been how we did it last week.
That part.
But Will wasn't fucking thinking so well last week, so
you might as well just drive it. We might as well mock drive the South.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I picked. And then obviously we're always going to do our teams. So Patriots, Cowgirls, there they are. And then our surrogate team.
Here. And then Anthony's team is what? Commanders?
Yeah, we'll do the Commander. Where the Commanders at? There they go. At the bottom where they belong.
Fwing?
Who else we got? Oh,
you know, an AFC team in there.
My man Lewis Flynn's in here. Colts. Or he was. He probably left by now.
Let's do Buffaloes.
Buffaloes? Buffalo?
Interesting because of the shit that broke down last week.
That's fair. That's fair. I like that. All right. That seems like enough, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, it should be enough.
Shout out to the Buffalo Bills, baby. We got y'all.
Enter draft. All right. Caleb went first. Big shock. Washington. You early in the draft, bruh.
And who y'all choosing with y'all number 2 pick, dog?
With the number 1 pick. With the number 2 pick in the NFL draft. Who you want?
You want to receive a quarterback?
Don't pick Robert Griffin III. He's not in the draft pool.
Jaden Daniels. I like it. Let's go. Where is he? There he is. Okay, then my Patriots. Woo! I got offered the 6 and the 47. Shit.
That's kind of enticing.
It's enticing, yeah. Right, lights is enticing.
You still going to either be able to get your quarterback or you can get a pretty decent receiver.
See, the Giants moving up to here, I think they're going after Drake May. So if I want a quarterback in this draft,
don't do it. It's a trap.
I can't. It's a trap. I'm not doing it. Let's go. I'm taking Drake May. Chargers took Brock. Wow. Fashanu. Neighbors to the Titans. Oh, we're picking for Atlanta now. Oh, fellas. This has got to be a yes, right?
13 and 72. And what is that for next year? A second?
Yeah, you get a 10, a 72. Yeah, you got to do this. Yeah. You move back just 2 picks, and then you get 2 others. Yeah, it's a win. And they moved up to take McCarthy, huh? No, it was the Jets. Who the Jets?
Yeah, because if San Fran wants to do that, do you do that?
Oh my God! Right, this is a lot.
31, 63, 94.
But you're moving from what, 10 to 31?
But you're Atlanta. The things that you need to fix are more depth than it is like a one guy you're gonna get at 10.
What's the chat think? Should we take the deal or not?
That. I'm in on Atlanta taking this deal, but I want to see what everyone else.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Well, that was about the last trade. That was about my trade.
That's interesting. Do you go with Dallas Turner with the 10 pick, or do you go flop, and flop?
It's
too much value.
It's too much value. There's so many.
Right, you gotta trade that.
Players for one.
You gotta trade that.
Yeah, you got
more about depth now with them. You gotta create your depth.
Yeah, we're taking that. Now New Orleans. Damn it, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. Bobby, this is a great trade now. Is somebody at 14 going to trade your franchise?
64, 95, 173.
You stay in the first round. These trades are bananas. Yep, he said send it. All right. Done. Indy. Lewis, you back up.
17.
Lewis, trade within the division.
Oh, I can honestly answer this for him. He's going to say yes. He has to, right? You move back 2 spaces, but then you move into the 3rd round or 2nd round even. Yeah, you move into the 2nd round.
Do it.
He said do it?
Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense. Indy's going to come out of here with a bunch of picks, apparently. You're back up. There's a receiver here on the board that the Colts, it would be good for them. Brian Thomas on the other side of Pittman.
Mm-hmm.
That would also make them a large-ass team. 6'5", 6'4", and 6'4" in terms of their quarterback and 2 receivers. What did Lewis say?
Do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again. He's liking the move back.
The Bears.
Kool-Aid. Michael Penix to the Vikings. Dallas. Value, but you're out of the first round. You're almost out of the 2nd round.
Nah, we need some starters. We lost 6 starters.
We need some starters, man. Jahi Latham from Alabama.
Y'all gonna take the tackle?
Definitely has to be a tackle.
I'm not gonna lie. Y'all rejecting this?
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh wait, there's another one too. That one sucks. I mean, it's not terrible, but y'all rejecting?
Damn.
What?
All these trade offers.
I know.
Right.
They want that tackle.
Y'all rejecting this or taking it?
Yeah.
We rejecting this shit. Take our tackle. Give us our tackle, baby.
And this is why y'all ain't going shit. Y'all had a business 5 players depth. For the Tampa Bay.
Hey, now we never miss on first round linemen.
That's fair. And you're gonna keep that record going because later.
Dallas is going after Jason Sehorn Jr. Hey, fucking yo.
Cooper DeJean.
Tampa 25th.
Collectively, what do we think Tampa should do here?
If I'm Tampa, I might need that talent too.
Yeah, I agree.
Then you got the
Who's left on the board?
Brian Thomas, Johnny Newton, Byron Murphy, Graham Barton, Tyler Guyton. What do they need?
They need linebackers.
They need not in this draft. They don't. I assure you.
Didn't we just say they lost a bunch of secondary people?
They did. So
they brought in Hall, but I think they lost.
Yeah,
like
but look, guys. The next corner is too far down. Yeah, way too far. It's Tampa. Holy shit! It's TJ Tampa.
TJ Tampa, Tampa for Tampa.
Is there any offensive lineman up there?
Tampa for Tampa. That's great.
There's an offensive lineman up there on top.
Yeah. Yeah, Graham Burton. He's a center. So probably Guyton and a tackle. Play on the other side of Worth.
Yo, Guyton, yeah, that's actually the guy I wanted, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's kid from Oklahoma, right? Yeah.
Yep. All right, we're picking for Buffalo, fellas.
They say he's a Tyron Smith clone, they say.
Oh wow, nice. We're
Buffalo.
Yeah,
Buffalo.
Are we picking for Buffalo or are we trading this?
How are we picking this shit?
Yeah. And you know why we're picking? Because they need receivers and there's guys here.
And you got it still Worthy from the Chiefs.
So it's either Brian Thomas.
Oh, Brian Thomas is on the board too. Oh.
Or Adonai Mitchell.
I like Mitchell.
Of course you do. For the Bills. He's more used to a guy like Adonai Mitchell, but I think the size and speed of Thomas, they're probably go this route.
Yeah.
Oh, Lewis, you're up. If he trades back again, this is going to be hilarious.
29 and what's that, 151 for 49.80 in the second. That's pretty good, actually.
It is, but I think he should.
Yeah, that 20 to 49 is
huge.
The biggest thing there. Yeah. It's almost 2 positions.
I think you should take Adonai Mitchell, but I don't know what he's going to do. Is he there?
Take the pick this time, he says.
Take the.
Then again, oof.
Oof. All right.
Who you taking?
Now you got to make the pick, Mr.
Mitchell
GM.
still out there.
GM Fuen, let's go.
Take Mitchell.
He said Mitchell?
Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think it's a good pick for them.
Good, nice 1-2 punch out there for the young quarterback.
Yep. I think I know what I want to do here, but
I think I'm gonna accept this pick right here.
Yeah, it's some pretty good picks.
Yeah. At 143, but you get the 2 almost 3 times.
Those are those prime red picks right there. Those are like the ones that you might get still on the cook that people ain't took yet.
Plus, if you let me pick, I was gonna pick Worthy for them. They don't need a receiver, really. I mean, I guess they could use a second guy.
I'm gonna be real with you. We just seen that disgusting QB depth chart of the Saints early.
And Bo Nix is sitting right there.
And Bo Nix is sitting right here. I'm gonna say reject it and go get Bo Nix. We got some scare in Derek Carr early.
You gotta let Bobby decide though. It's GM Bobby. GM Bobby.
Lewis says, take that if you're the Saints, the Chargers trade.
Yeah, I honestly agree.
Bobby said
he's taking
Knicks. That's crazy. I love it. Shake, rattle, and roll. Drafting Bo Nix. They draft mediocrity again. Wait, what's this? I don't know what just happened. Oh, this is okay. I see what happened now. All right, we only did the first round, so
Okay, cool.
That's cool.
So we picked for Buffalo. They got Brian Thomas. We picked for the Colts. They got Adonai Mitchell, and they got landed themselves a second-round pick from Detroit in 2025. My team got Drake May. Falcons went nuts. Got picks for days. We set them up for the future.
Well, next year they got what a 2 seconds and 2/3, so they got 3 and 3.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
Yeah.
That team is good. If anything, they should probably package some of those and try to get somebody like specific. But
yeah,
what the fuck just happened? Why did it? All right, guess we're doing this now. Yeah. So Marvin Harrison went to where he's supposed to go, Cardinals. Anything surprise you in this here? Roma Dunze to the Jets is surprising, and they moved up to get him.
That is surprising.
They moved up to do that. The Raiders moved up for JJ McCarthy. That was fascinating as well. 49ers, Terry and Arnold. He actually, that's like a perfect fit, I feel, for his game. We didn't even notice the Chiefs had moved up for Amarius Mims. They got an offensive tackle.
Interesting.
Joe Alt fell to 15 and went to the Jaguars, which is huge. But I'm shocked Joe Alt fell to 14 and 15.
Huge with Trevor Lawrence, man. Keep him up.
Yeah, big time. Keep him upright. Kool-Aid McKinstry to the Eagles. This was the one that caught my eye when we were running through it. The Vikings go out and get Michael Penix. And then probably the shock and awe of the draft was J.C. Latham lasting to 24 to you guys.
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
We need some of that luck coming in this draft coming up.
Young Jason Sehorn, Cooper DeJean went to a perfect town in Green Bay. Who else we got? Adonai Mitchell to the Colts.
Oh, here rocking Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, like that's just the perfect spot for him. And Bo Nix to the Saints to round out the end of the first round. And that has been this week's mock draft. Next week we'll do 2 rounds. We had a pretty good show. We didn't need to do 2 rounds today, so
we're getting close, fellas. We are.
Oh, I'm so hyped.
2 shows away.
So hyped.
2 shows away. So y'all make sure that y'all play off your calendar because we got it. We got you covered. We got you covered.
Good thing for y'all. It happens the week after. You know what? If you know, you know.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Hey, but it happens on.
Join STWF TV for the draft, hosted by The Parlay. Enjoy the fun and join in the conversation.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, fucking fire up this draft night, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be fire, dope, man. If you've been here all year, y'all know how passionate and how we are for this here. You know, something special we put on a few years ago. Kept continuing to do it, man. This year, man, we're gonna hit the climax on that mother. So
I like this. The draft starts at 3 with New England. I'm fascinated by this. So you're a Commanders fan. Are you and you went with Daniel? So now be honest, is this what you want, or are you sold that that's what your franchise is going to do?
Good question. Very good question. That's an interview question.
No. I might disagree with Ant. I think the draft starts with you guys, the Commanders.
That's what I was gonna. That's why I brought. Yeah, I agree. That's why I brought this up because I wanted to know if he really felt like, if he believes his team is going to take him, then that's cool. But if that's just what he wants, then I think no. The draft actually really starts with Washington, unless they're already certain.
You know why the draft starts with Washington? Because of everything that's new for them. New upstairs.
It is a lot of new.
It starts with them. Though New England got a new coach.
New GM.
There's no way Washington. Man, that almost sounded like I got to believe that, except I remember where both of these people are from. But I trust Bobby though. I trust Bobby, but also, man, Jaden gave him a lot to love for the last couple of years. So
That's true.
But I think his pro day might make that statement accurate from Bobby, because we knew he was athletic, right? We knew he was athletic, and we knew he could like move around stuff like that. We knew he could make the plays in like that type of offense he's in, but I feel like during the season you didn't always see the live arm that he showed on his pro day.
The way the league is going right now, it's going to be a tricky one right here. This is why I say it starts with the Commanders, because you can go now. You know where the game's going now. You see the type of QBs that teams are trying to grab. If this was 10, 15 years ago, this would be Drake May all day. No questions asked.
Here's the other reason, too. The other reason why I actually believe Daniels will go second. The enemy's there still. Isn't he?
The enemy's not there.
Nope.
He's at
UCLA.
The enemy's at UCLA. He went college route.
Oh, I thought he stayed.
Nah, he went college
they got the
route.
new coach and they booted him.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they didn't call it a firing. He just left.
Yeah, he just left. He bounced.
Departure.
But he definitely got fired.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking that in that Bieniemy type system that he want the quarterback that could move like
I'm going to be real with you. We need a bus in here, and Drake May probably smells potential bust. So he's going to be in the 3. I feel like Drake May's going to be in the 3. Hopefully he's not the bust bubble. But one of these QBs out of the 3 of them, Caleb Williams, Jalen Daniels, Drake May, is going to be the bust. I don't know which one he's going to be yet.
I'm not sold on all 4 of those quarterbacks at the top.
Huh?
I'm not sold on any of the 4 quarterbacks at the top.
Right. Somebody's the bust here. Somebody's going to be the bust. Yeah, that's why it starts with the Commanders, man.
I think in terms of the draft we just did, the quarterbacks that were picked, I think the biggest bust potential are Nix and Penix.
Penix because of the injury history.
That, and also, I don't know that he's super accurate close. He can throw a pearl deep ball, but you can't run 9s every fucking play. So it's not college. You can't run a 9.
And that's why too. I can't like Heisman runner. Heisman put up. He was the Heisman, right? Jalen Daniels.
Yes.
That Heisman Award scares me, dog. It scares the shit out of me every single time. And that's no disrespect to him. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. Yeah. What he did last year was, we seen it with our two eyes. Loved
the last Heisman Trophy winning quarterback that actually competed and did something. Cam?
And that's why the Heisman Trophy thing right there scares the shit out of me. You can say, oh, he's a Heisman winner. It scares me.
So yeah, I'd never bring up Heisman in the argument because a lot of the Heisman guys are great college quarterbacks. That's why they won the Heisman.
I hope Jalen's not the dirty donut, but he has a chance to be the dirty donut. But we don't know who's going to be the dirty donut.
My real worry with Jaden is that he is very slight.
Yes. Is he going to learn how to slide properly?
He is like 6'4", like 200 pounds.
But I'm gonna be real with you. This is
for a comparison. Anthony Richardson is 6'4", 240. Lamar Jackson is 6'2", 215-ish, and he's going to be smaller than all of them while being the same height.
And this is the reason. And I'm sorry, Ed. I kind of agree with you in a little stance. It may start with New England, and it could start with Washington. But this is the reason why I'm a backup on the Commanders. The Commanders, I want to see the last time the Commanders actually drafted a QB in the first round. Was it RG3 and Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Them guys?
Yeah.
Those are 2 solid. RG3 got hurt, but those are 2 solid guys. And your QB camp, now it's different general managers and all that now. Two good QB started there. New England, they picked the 6th rounder in Tom, but what have they really picked up in terms? You say Jimmy. You can say Jimmy if you want, but who have they really picked up and drafted in terms of the QB? Brady gave them time. They didn't have to do none of that for 20-something years. You have to go draft one. Now you just draft one. It's going to be tricky, man. This is going to be a crazy-ass draft.
Is the last quarterback they took in the first round.
Drake May, to me, looks like Josh Allen, but that's the ceiling. He's got to be careful because the floor is a bum.
Hey, Y'all got Magic Johnson, man. Just remember that, man. Remember Magic gonna help y'all. Magic gonna get away. Talk about his titles. It's gonna be interesting, man. The draft's gonna be very interesting. Shout out to these fellas. First off, like I said, man, I'm not your ordinary draft guy. I don't care less for marks and all that extra stuff. But these fellas here have ignited my mind just to steer that way a tiny bit, and it's pretty interesting, man, to see what does happen on draft night. What players do get drafted? What players go down? What players come up? Whose pro days got them to a good spot? What pro days got them to a bad spot? It's definitely going to be interesting, man.
Go Magic. Never seen him cough once.
He looks healthier now than he did when he was playing.
It's funny.
He got that boost.
May is a bust. I'm calling it now. You people love to hate on the UNC team. Look, May's got unbelievable physical attributes. He's got a cannon. He can scramble. He can move. He does have accuracy issues. But the type of issues that May has, I've seen NFL teams fix that in quarterbacks.
Right. We can't.
Josh Allen, namely,
I'm about to say they say something about Josh Allen.
So,
I mean, we can't keep down in UNC. At some point, one of their QBs have to come in here.
One of them got to work, right? One of them got to work, right? Like
one of them got to work. We just say
the
one.
laws of probability say so.
That's what I'm saying.
Blue blood.
And we just had a recent one that sucked. So this maybe he can be the one. Sam Howell. Oh, he beat y'all, but that's
where's he at now?
Is he in Atlanta?
Is he not the starting quarterback still? No,
he's in Seattle.
He's currently hold on.
He's in Seattle.
He's gonna compete for a job.
He might get that job too, because we know Geno
and he got weapons over there.
They beat up by an offensive tackle.
The return of Sam Howell. I'm calling in on Thursday for draft night. I have so much to say, and not enough YouTube space to tell.
Absolutely, the phone line will be on tap. Feel free to call. It's gonna be live for real.
Y'all see that, fans, man? Y'all see that, viewers? We got Bobby ready to hop on. Our cast is gonna be dope that day.
Cast that day. We're still with the numbers of who's gonna be here with us. But you'll see the parlay, you'll see the triangle offense here. Everybody else, as the weeks come up, we'll let you know who exactly is gonna be here. You know, and yeah, that's all we can tell you, fellas and ladies, right now. You know, the podcast team has to make some exclusive decisions over the next few weeks, and I feel like as a team we will maximize that, and we will have our sheet of who will be here at draft night.
You're fired. No, let's go full Vince McMahon.
Who y'all got for shout out?
Shout out to Jake. Shout out to the rest of the chat. Shout out to you fellas for always holding it down. Great show. I missed pre-show, but slid in like Kramer, do our thing.
It's all good. I actually thought you was gonna miss more than just what you missed, because the American Nightmare name threw me the hell under. I actually thought you was Jake making an appearance tonight, man. You April Fools me on April 8th, a week after April Fool's Day, you motherfucker. Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight, man. Always great to start off a Monday at this much momentum, this much energy. Only leaders for more energy throughout the week. Tuesday's Chop Up Tuesday, and you know what that means. We're gonna be in here chopping it up. So I'll see you guys then, along with the fellas. But shout out to you guys, and y'all have a great night.
Absolutely. Shout out to Daryl, Chris, Dale, Bernard, Jalissa, Justin, Aunt, Trent, Casey, Lewis, Anthony, Bobby, P. Dollar, and James. I see you, Uncle Lump. Appreciate y'all hopping here, hanging out with us today.
I love it.
Shout out to you fellas as always for putting it down on the wax. And man, shout out to the world, man. Shout out to the wifey too, man. I know it's a
shout out to you. Happy motherfucking anniversary, man.
Absolutely.
I was gonna write you yesterday, man. I said I'm gonna be on the show with you, man. Happy belated anniversary, man. All weeks coach's anniversary, man. Shout out to him and the wifey, man.
3 decades, man. 3 decades.
3 decades, man. Oh. Damn. I can't even get one in. But shout out to you, man, because as long as you live in them, man, I'm living them with you, man. Hey, listen here. Shout out to everybody. Kawan said, "What up to you, fellas, man?" I spoke to him yesterday via text. He said he's just been so busy, man, but he said he'll be chatting with us soon, man. So definitely that, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I show support on a daily basis.
He ain't finna miss that draft show. He fucking did the show with us. The motherfucker was here.
Oh, last year he was in the bubble and gritting, man. But yes, man, continue to salute your favorite teams in the offseason. If you have a favorite team, we don't know it yet, let us know, man. Maybe next week's draft can be your team, you know? And just keep showing love, man. We love it. When y'all show love, that means more for us to say, more for us to discuss, you know? And like I said, energy, man. Energy.
NFL draft day, the first and last day, every team's equal.
I give everybody C's, baby.
He does.
You know how we do.
Which is a great mentality, but it's terrible for fucking podcasting.
It's Will. No, Will. It's lazy shit. I agree with that. But now since I got the training wheels on and trying to do this mock draft shit, maybe I'll get somebody a grade that's not a C. Maybe. I'm not saying I am. Maybe.
Tune in to when he gives the Make-A-Wish kid an F.
You'll find out. Hey, shout out for y'all. One last thing, as we did last year during the draft, make sure you get your food ready because you know it's a kickback. We're gonna bring you that good content, but we just hanging out.
Yeah, we chilling.
Absolutely. Bring your drink, bring your snacks. You can't bring nothing else though, everybody.
I'm gonna
drink.
If
you're on the cast, if you're on stream, that's all you can bring is your red cup and some juice. Don't bring the cork back. Don't bring the Coke. Semi Sosa.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the podcasting network, wherever you get podcasts.